Hello and welcome. My name is DW and this is my little slice of the internet I like to call Dub's Beauty Diary. Today we are on the floor because we have an impossible feat. We are going to do a collection and declutter video of all of my eyeshadow palettes. I have all of these in alphabetical order, so we are just going to start from A. And Ace Beauté. This is the Oceanic palette. A lot of these palettes have never been used, so we've got the Tropical palette. We have the Flare palette. Next brand we have is Adept. I have the Heather Austin palette. And I have the Plain Jane Remastered. I have one palette from Alter Ego, the Goddess palette. This is a dupe for the gold palette from Natasha Denona. And then I have an ABH collection, Anastasia Beverly Hills. So I have the Nouveau palette. I have the Modern Renaissance. I have the Jackie Aina. Riviera. One of my favorite palettes of all time, Norvina. Alyssa Edwards. This is going to be our first declutter. Bye-bye, Alyssa Edwards. Got the Sultry palette. Carly Bible. Subculture. And then we have the some from the Norvina collection. We've got the Mini Pro 1. I'm gonna think about this one. This is a maybe. We have the Mini Pro 2. And we have the Mini Pro 3. We have the Pro 1. Okay, I'm going to get rid of this one. We have the Pro 3. And we have the Pro 4. Next we have Beauty Bakery, Breakfast in Bed. I'm going to declutter this one. A lot from Beauty Bay. We have the Dumbo one. I like these little 6-pan Disney palettes because they the shades correlate to actual frames in the movie. This one is Alice in Wonderland 1951. And they're all matte. Bambi 1942. Jungle Book 1967. This is my favorite color story out of all of them. And another Alice in Wonderland, 1951. I have the Earthy palette, just the 9-pan. The Berries. And Midnight. I have the Techna Days palette. Pastels. And Utopia. Dark Fantasy. New Mood. Love Notes. Wilderness. And Book of Magic. Nikki Tutorials. Jade. We have a Casualty. And we have the Brights. Bright 2.0. This is from Be Bella Cosmetics, Life in Pastel. Daisy Days. From BH, I have the Sweet Shop Pistachio. Blueberry Muffin. Trendy in Tokyo. Smitten in Switzerland. Lost in Los Angeles. The Zodiac. And then I have one from Blend Bunny Cosmetics, the Surge palette. All right, here we have my Cleona stained glass singles. The Dragon Fruit palette in collaboration with Emily Violet Marie. And now we're gonna get into my ColourPop collection. Let's start with quads. I have this one, Gotta Agate. Big Leo Energy. I am a Leo, that's why I got this one. This one is Citrus Fizz. I'm going to declutter this. I have the Animal Crossing bundle. So this is What a Hoot. Five Star Island. lapel of the ball. I'm going to declutter this one. And then we've got Nook ink. I've got this High Society. And Just a Glitch. Blowing Smoke. I'm going to declutter this one. Aura and Out. Mint to Be. Just My Luck. It's My Pleasure. In a Trance. Mar. Or Kid You Not. Going Coconuts. And this one from Target, Muse Moment. The cardboard 9 pans that are in the same size pan. Making Mauves. Nude Mood. She's Got Solstice. High Tide. That's Taupe. Baroque. Sage the Day. The Child. The Mandalorian. Darth Vader. And C-3PO. We've got Wannabe. So Fly. Of Quartz. I'm going to declutter this one. All Amethyst. In the Limelight. And Tinkerbell, Sprinkle a Little Magic. I've got this one that's oddly shaped, the Hocus Pocus Witching Hour. This was the second Hocus Pocus collab that they did. Element of Surprise. Double Entendre. I'm going to declutter this one. Sweet Talk. California Love. I'm going to declutter this one. Sailor Moon. I think this is called Pretty Guardian. Lizzie McGuire, What Dreams Are Made Of. Good as Gold. I'm going to declutter this one. Lush Life. At Forest Sight. I'm going to declutter this one. Limoncello. I'm going to think about this one. I'm going to declutter this one. Plush Like Me. I'm going to declutter this one. Control Alt Delete the Marielle collab. Troublemaker. On the List. Powerpuff Girls. Gather Round Sisters. Mine's messed up. It's supposed to have a matte green here and it's the same as this one. That's how it came. And I'm still mad about it, so. Star Wars. Misunderstood. This is my favorite ColourPop palette. The Hocus Pocus 2 collab. Midnight Masquerade. I'm going to declutter this one. Through My Eyes. Holidays, 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 the Muppets collab. These are my ColourPop singles. We've got Fade into Hue. Okay, I'm going to declutter High Society. Play It Jewel. So Jaded, the Kathleen Lights collab. It's a Mood. And last but not least for ColourPop is Stone Cold Fox. From Copacetic, I have this Celestial Flames in collaboration with Panda Replay on Instagram. I have the Unicorn Policy This one is called Planetary Nebula. I have the Companion palette in collaboration with M. Jones 5018. And then these are all my copacetic singles. Here we've got Dew Color, the Time 9 color shadow palette. Dominique Celestial Thunder. I've got the Elf Earth and Ocean palette. Earlier this year, I decluttered the Hot Jalapeno because these shades up here are pretty similar, and then the SCU because these shades down here were pretty similar. So I have this in its place, and the only bite-size quad that I have, left is Rose Water. Estate Bailey Sarian Venice Fling. Fantasy Cosmetica, this is Bard. Then we've got the Sorcerer. And the Druid. Everyone's grungy green dream. I've got some from Flower Beauty. Here is Jungle Lights. Desert Lights. And I've got the E.T. palette. Give Me Glow Pastel Dreams. And these are all my Gimme Glow singles. Get into Glam Light now. I've got the Scooby-Doo Rutro Raggy palette. I've got the Creeps and Crawls. I really like this palette, except for everything turns out pretty dark because the bases and the shimmers are all pretty dark. We've got the Frosted Flakes palette. The Wine palette. The Dirty Martini. The Margarita. The Chocolate Martini. Michaela Part 1. Michaela Part 2. and the Ice Cream Dream. So this is like their pastel palette. I have one from Hard Candy. It is one of these monochrome things in Buzz. This is not opened, so I'm going to declutter this one. I've got House Labs Stupid Love, excuse me. I like the Shadow Saver in this one. Got Hip Dot and SpongeBob. I've got Hip Dot Rooney. This is a glitter palette. I like Hip Dot's glitters. Apparently Titus likes Hip Dot's glitters too. And this one is the Crystals palette, also a glitter palette. I've got two Chucky palettes from Hot Topic. This was the first one. And this was the second one. Let's move on to Huda Love Fest. It's one of my favorite palettes of the year, last year. The Emerald Obsessions. The Coral Obsessions. The Topaz Obsessions. The Ruby Obsessions. I'm gonna pass this one along. The Sapphire Obsessions. The Amethyst Obsessions. Mercury Retrograde. The New Nude. I'm going to pass on Coral Obsessions. Then we've got I Heart Revolution. This is Heartbreaker in Lucky. I'm going to pass this along. Here is the Mini Tasty Avocado. And then we've got the Turkish Delight. These are my Intrigue, I believe is the brand. Yeah, Intrigue Cosmetic Singles. Okay, now we've got some palettes from JCat. This is the Dia Noche Noche palette. The Dia palette. The Once Upon a Time palette. I'm gonna pass this one along. Around the Clock palette. I'm gonna pass this one along. And the Peak Time palette. Now we'll get into Jeffree Star. Got the Beauty Killer, Androgyny, Thirsty. It's my favorite Jeffree Star palette. Pink Religion. We've got the Jawbreaker. We have Orgy. Alien, my most used Jeffree Star palette. Pricked. What's this one called? Bloodlust. These are my singles from Jeffree Star. I don't usually keep the singles unless I don't have the palette they come from, except for now I have the palettes that these come from and they're used, so meh. Got the Blood Sugar mini. And I have the Blood Sugar full size. I'm going to declutter this one. The only other shade that's not in this palette is this Wisdom shade, and red's not my favorite color, plus I have a red glitter in the Hip Dot palette, so clutter this one. Star Ranch. Mini Controversy, the original. Mini Orgy. Since the large one is all matte, this is all shimmer. I have the Mini Jawbreaker. I have the Weirdo. I have Conspiracy. Blue Blood. And Blood Money. Next, I've got my Juvia's Place palettes. The Rebel Quad. The Violets. The Blushed Rose. I Live, I Love Ice. Nubian Earth. Nubian. This was my first palette I ever purchased. The Nomad. The Saharan. I am going to declutter this one. We have the Nubian 3 Coral. The Zulu. The Festival. I'm going to declutter this one. The Warrior. The Deuce. The Tribe, the Saharan 2. I'm going to declutter this one. The Warrior, the Magic, the Masquerade, Garden of Juvia's pastel palette, the Nubian 2. I am going to declutter this one. Walhalla 2. The original Walhalla. And the Culture. I'm going to get rid of the Rebel Greens. So from Kaleidos, I have the Sashimi City, Futurism 7. It's probably my favorite neutral palette. I have Flower Punk. I have Club Nebula. I've got this Kylie Jenner, the blue one, Blue Honey. I'm going to declutter this. Lime Crime Prelude, Chroma Prelude, Chroma, I don't know. This filled with Looksy shadows. Here's my Lorac Los Angeles, Lorac Pro Los Angeles palette. I'm going to declutter this. Lunar Beauty Greek Goddess palette. I've got this Maybelline Blushing Nudes. The only reason I bought this is because I had finished a whole one of these previously in my life, and I always had nostalgia for it, but I don't know. I'm gonna keep it for now. Melt. I've got Millennial Pinks. I have the Blueprints. She's in Parties. Another fave. I have Gemini. I have Gemini 2. Do you see that stuff around Matthew? That's gross. I have the Mori Mariposa. I have Menagerie Serenity palette with collaboration with Annette's Makeup Corner. The Morphe Jaclyn Hill Armed and Gorgeous. I'm going to declutter this one. Morphe Jeffree Star collab. I'm gonna declutter this. The 35C Everyday Chic. I have the 35OS. This was also one of my first palettes. Of the Jaclyn Hill #1. I'm going to declutter this one. Nabla Side by Side. Thank you, Lisa Lobotomy. I've got some Natasha Denona's. Here's the mini ones I have. Okay, so I have the mini Tropic. I have the mini Sunset. I have the original Sunset as well. Let me see if there's any matching shades in here. They're all different, so I'll keep both of these. I have the mini Zendo. I do have a pan in this. I have the regular Zendo. I don't believe there are any duplicates in this. Nope. Okay. I have the mini Star. I have the mini Retro. And I have the big Retro too, but they're so different that it's not even comparable. I have the mini Gold. And the mini Glam. If anyone knows if these shades are in the big Glam, let me know in the comments because I've been debating on picking that up or not. Other Natasha Denona's, I have this one, the Jubilee. This is a dark blue, not a black. I have the Peak. I have the Love palette. And I have the Pastel palette. I have a couple from Nomad here. I have the Berlin Underground. I am going to declutter this. And I have the Tokyo palettes. Odin's Eye, I have the Mini Sky. Oh wait, this is the Alva 2 Mini Sky, I'm sorry. Alva 2. And I have the Hella palette with Angelica. Oh, I also have the Soul Mane too. Ofra, I have the Allie Dawson bundle collab thing. Pat McGrath. This is Bliss's Astral Quad in Nocturnal Nirvana. I have these 3 Star Wars 5 pans. This one is Divine Droid. This one is the golden one. And this one is in Sith Seduction. Someone on Instagram compared these 2 palettes. I just want to see them side by side myself. Similar, but not the same. I have this 5 pan. It is the Celestial Nirvana Bronze Bliss. I've got the Artistry palette in Celestial Nirvana, the Mothership Mega. Then we've got the Mothership palettes. I have all 10 of them. Here's Mothership 1. That one is called Sublime. We've got Mothership 2, wait, the first one, this one is called Subliminal. Number 2 is called Sublime. Number 3 is Subversive. Number 4 is Decadence, and I'm mad that this isn't the fancy box. Then we've got 5 Bronze Seduction. This is number 6, Midnight Sun. This is just the original. It doesn't have the Star Wars sticker on it. Number 7, Divine Rose. Can you see this shift one? Gold, pink. Got Divine Rose 2, which is Mothership 8. Got Mothership 9, which is Utopian Dream. This one's my favorite color story. These 2 shades, I don't know, they just really impressed me. The last Mothership that just came out this year is Mothership 10. I have this Patrick Ta Major Dimensions, just the first one. I have this palette full of Pretties for Your Face, I believe. Yes. Looks like we have a casualty here. I have the Pastels palette from Profusion. I have the Emeralds palette. The Pure Raw Beauty Christie collab, the 2-sided. I'm gonna pass this along. I have the Revlon Color Stay in Player. I'm gonna get rid of this. Revolution Neon Shadow Palette. I am going to declutter this. I have the Revolution, what is this? Euphoria, or Reloaded Euphoria. This has never been open. I'm gonna pass this along. The Aussie Rock and Roll Beauty Coffin Palette. I have the Aussie Bat Palette. Sephora Igloo Palace. It has so much. It's got, what do we got here? We got face stuff up here. We have eyeshadow, yeah, eyeshadows over here. Eyeshadows here, lipsticks or lip glosses here, eyeliner here. I got this as a gift from my boyfriend, so I feel bad getting rid of it, but it is so bulky and impractical and the quality is not great. I'll keep it for a little bit longer and then get rid of it next year if I still haven't used it. I have the Shroud singles in here, Creepy Cute is in here, and the, what are these? The, I can't remember, the Shimmer Magic bundle or whatever it is. I also have It's Freaking Bats with, she was Butte Bean then, she is Batty Bean now, and Shroud. Two Sigma palettes. I've got the Cinderella. I really want the Alice in Wonderland, but on that no buy. And I've got the Enchanted Mini. From Storybook Cosmetics, and that is the Mean Girls Burn Book. I've heard the quality in this isn't great, but it's the packaging that I love and the reason why I got it. 3 from Sugar Pill. I've got the little twin star. I have the 10th anniversary. And I've got the Orange Pill. I've got from Sydney Grace, I've got Tiny Marvels with collaboration with Mel Thompson. Packaging is so cute. And then I've got the In Mel's Memory Bundle. I've got the Tati Beauty Volume 1. Thank you, Carolyn. Love it. I have my Terra Moon singles. We've got this Major Love palette from Too Faced. I have the Chocolate Gold, the Pumpkin Spice, Original Chocolate Bar. I have the Sweet Peach, Gingerbread extra spicy. I'm gonna pass on extra spicy. Natural nudes. And Life's a Festival. This palette was so ahead of its time. Urban Decay Stoned Vibes, one of my all-time favorite palettes. Urban Decay and Robin Eisenberg. Naked 3. I'm gonna get rid of the blush nudes. Naked Wild West. The Wild Greens. Naked Cyber. Okay, the flips in these are insane. Naked Ultraviolet. I'm gonna get rid of the violets by Juvia's. Naked Honey. Born to Run. I have this one by Ulta, 8-piece eyeshadow palette. Going to declutter that. I have this one by Ulta, the eyeshadow palette. I'm going to declutter that one. I have this one from Ulta Beauty, the Thor Love and Thunder palette. This one from the Love and Thunder collection. Just 2 magnetic palettes. I'm going to declutter these. I have Violet Voss Sugar Crystals. Viseart Neutral Mattes. Going to declutter this one. W7 Mardi Gras. This is a Be Perfect Carnival dupe. I'm going to get rid of this JCat palette. The Wet n Wild Saved by the Bell palette. I've never opened this. I'm gonna pass this along. And last but not least, I have these 3 Alice in Wonderland palettes from ZC. There's just beautiful packaging. They're just pieces of art. The whole thing is just stunning. That one was the Dreamland. This one was Dreamland. This one, they're all Dreamland. Okay, that was Dreamland number 2. This one is Dreamland number 3. And then Dreamland number 1. I love the glitter and confetti inside of them. And that is all of my palettes. My entire palette collection. I do not know how many I have. I will count them later. And I can count how many I'm decluttering. All right, so I'm off the floor and here's what we're decluttering. we are decluttering 47 palettes. I think that was pretty good. Let me know if you like this video or if there's something else I can change so that next time it'll be better. Hopefully I'm only going to do this once a year because it was a lot of work and very overwhelming. But thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.